Well, today is World MS Day, a day for raising awareness and hope for the future of those living with this disease. So joining us to talk more about multiple sclerosis is Dr. Lannen, a neurologist from Corewell Health. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
Can you tell us about multiple sclerosis and what is happening in the body?
Yeah, it's a complex disease because it's an immune-mediated disease, meaning it's caused by misbehavior of our immune system, which usually is designed to fight bacteria and viruses.
Yeah.
But in the case of multiple sclerosis, it becomes misdirected and misbehaves and causes injury to the central nervous system, which is the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerve to the eye.
So it's an autoimmune?
Yeah, there's a little bit of controversy about the definition, but for practical purposes, it is an autoimmune condition that causes injury to the central nervous system.
Okay, so symptoms vary quite a bit from patient to patient. There are people who have MS you would never know, and others who really struggle. How does that work?
Right. It comes back to where the injury happens.
Okay.
So everyone's symptoms are so variable depending on where the brain or the spinal cord gets injured. For example, if you have many lesions of the brain, this may impact things like processing speeds of how quickly you can interpret information. If you get the nerve of the eye, well, that might cause eye pain or visual loss. And the spinal cord can be very severe when it happens. It can cause motor symptoms such as weakness, muscle tightness, or even issues with urinary function.
Yeah, so much now when we talk about a disease or a disorder, we talk about treating the whole patient.
Right.
How are you treating the whole patient when it comes to MS?
Right, so the goals of treatment in MS are really two-pronged. The first part is trying to stop further immune injury from happening and protect the nervous system the best you can. So that comes back to many drug applications. In terms of treating the whole patient, well, it's just not the nerves that are at play here. It's really a disease that can impact, day-to-day functionality, which might involving physical therapists, occupational therapists, finding the right regimen of medications to help mitigate symptoms. So that might involve seeing a pharmacist, or it can be just as simple as trying to find the right, there's like social support and networks that you can have to kind of get through the process with help.
Absolutely. Where do things stand with research and with treatment?
Right, so MS is one of the, I'd say, success areas in neurology, in that we've had really good success in later years of finding, I don't want to say cures, but very effective medicines to keep the disease at bay. There's always new kind of understandings we're gaining. One of the areas that has been more kind of exciting recently has been just getting a better understanding of what's setting it off. We know that it's a condition that happens to genetically susceptible people that have the wrong environmental exposures. But identified a big connection between the Epstein-Barr virus, which is a mononucleosis-associated virus, and later development of MS. So we're learning a lot kind of about maybe what's setting off the disease through kind of studies looking at this.
Okay, very interesting. Dr. Lannen from Corewell Health, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
MS Day. Yeah.
Thanks.